took to Instagram yesterday to explain why he would agree to a minimum deal. He said, quote, "It's not a lot of things money cannot buy, but amongst the top of that list of things, you would find respect as one of those. This is not about money for me. It's about respect." Shannon, do you agree with this point?
I do to an extent, Skip, because sometimes people equate money to respect. Skip, if you remember when Brian Urlacher, his last year when he was going back and forth with the Bears, and the Bears offered him $2 million. He was thinking about going to the Cowboys. He says, "I will play for the Cowboys for $2 million. I will not play for the Bears for $2 million," because I deem that a lack of respect. You see, it was kind of tied hand in hand. But I believe what Cam Newton is talking about in this situation is not the dollar figure, Skip. It's about there are teams in the NFL, Chicago Bears, maybe the San Diego Chargers, maybe a few other teams, that Cam says, "I'm better than your guys," and you didn't even give me a call.
They did not.
That's for me, Skip, this I don't know because I haven't talked to Cam or anybody close to Cam. But I'm surveying the landscape, and I'm looking around at the 32 teams, and I know some have quarterbacks staunchly entrenched into a starting lineup. But when you navigate the league, Skip, and you look around, you're like, hold on. He better than what's in Chicago. He better than what they got at I said San Diego, excuse me. L.A. Chargers. He's better than those guys. There are a couple of other teams. Jacksonville. That Cam Newton is better than the quarterback that they got currently on the roster. And he said, y'all wouldn't even give me a call? Y'all wouldn't even ask me to ask me for an interview, to just pick up a Zoom. Okay, Skip, not Zoom is the new thing. Skip, you know, I've been Zooming lately. I've been doing a lot of Zoom. I feel important. Yeah, I feel important now.
Have been zooming?
Yeah, I've been Zooming.
With the dogs?
No. I've been I feel important. I feel like a CEO or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So I believe, for me, Skip, I believe that's what Cam is talking about. I believe he says, I understand that. And we saw Richard Sherman make a post like, it's disrespectful that Cam Newton has to play for, one little over $1 million, given what he's been in the league, given his success in the league. But for me, Skip, when I just look at it and I step back, having played in this league for 14 years, Skip, he's absolutely right. You want to be respected. And sometimes money comes along with respect because, Skip, we're going through that in Dallas. Your guys say, hold on, Dallas, y'all don't even respect me. Because if you respected me, you give me what I ask, because I've been playing for this little bit of money over the last 4 years and done great. I've done better than what you thought. But Dak is looking at it, his representative, Skip, is looking at a lack of respect. But I don't believe that's what Cam is talking about in this situation, the money situation. I believe because he believes there are 4 or 5 other teams that within the league that he's better than their starting quarterback, he's better than their backup quarterback, and you wouldn't even give me a call. So I believe that's the respect factor that he's talking about in this situation.
Okay. So my big picture takeaway from Cam's IG post of yesterday was, it hit me as profoundly sad. And I told you last Monday, just after we'd heard the news, Cam to Belichick.
Right.
I said, I'm not sure whether to offer congratulations or condolences. That's in part because of what's not left in the cupboard on offense in New England, number one. But number two, and maybe more important, how little money was paid to this man who it was just 5 years ago, won the MVP. He dominated this league. He terrorized this league. Got that team 15-1 to the Super Bowl. He did not play well in the Super Bowl. He played better than Peyton did, but he did not play well. The Denver defense took the game over, but he still got to the Super Bowl.
Correct.
In a fairly short time, we went from that to this. And I'm going to read these figures one more time because I get what he's saying about it's like money can't buy happiness, and he's saying money can't buy respect either. But in the end, your salary can pay you respect. Obviously, it's the ultimate measuring stick in this society, right?
It is.
It's how we measure the respect that your employer gives you is by your salary in the end. Not always, but mostly. So Bill Belichick got away with paying him by waiting it out and letting the entire league reject Cam Newton, former MVP. But he got away with paying him the bare rock bottom minimum for a man a player of this
that
veteran.
Many years of the league.
Yes. Okay. It's barely $1 million. only about half of it is even guaranteed. It's $550,000 is guaranteed. So I told you I try to put this in perspective. That's the 908th highest salary in the whole National Football League. There are 907 higher paid players in the league. And it's the 58th highest paid quarterback salary in the league. This is Cam Newton we're talking about. And I know he has struggled because he's been beat all to hell. We talked about how he died for the cause for the Carolina Panthers. But still, despite a shoulder surgery and despite a Liz Frank surgery on his foot, he's 31 years of age, which ain't too old.